Hello Capricorn, this is your full moon revelation reading. I'm using my own cards, my medieval oracle deck. So this reading is about what this full moon might reveal to you, what kind of secrets it might spill. And we are starting a reading with the sword in the middle of your spread, surrounded by the fairy, the king, the thief, and the mirror. And the sword card feels to me like this is some kind of trap or setup. This is some kind of trap that this king and the queen try to lure you in. Like making this trap look like it's suited for you, tailored only for you. This is the perfect thing for you and only you can solve this task. Like this is your destiny. And the king and the fairy could be either colleagues, or the king could even be some kind of boss. It could even be in your personal life that the king is just representing someone older than you. The king could also be a woman, the fairy could also be a man. And I feel like these two people, maybe they needed your help in something because they didn't have the proper skills, but they didn't, it feels like they both wanted to benefit from something that you have or you can do, but they didn't want to make any effort to pay you for what you do. I mean, it can be in means of money, but it also can just be in energy or some kind of favors. Like they made it look like this destined situation for you, like come here, pull out this sword, only you can do it. Like even complimenting you, like making you feel so good about yourself, like you were this great hero in their eyes. But I don't know, it feels like a trap, like it's some kind of, don't worry, not a scam. Like I'm not saying something horrible will happen to you and you will experience this great loss. No, but it's a disappointment when this secret is coming out. Maybe someone has already guessed that something was weird about this king and fairy person. And it's just too seductive. But I feel like, you will not lose anything here. It's just a realization you're having about these two people, or even more than two people. And maybe it makes you feel a little bit ridiculous. Like this fairy person could be either someone younger than you, or she's just someone, or he's just someone that's behaving in a very childish way, who is not behaving according to their age. And I think they haven't mentally developed also according to their age. She is quite irreliable, fluctual, and irresponsible. She's not very grounded. Maybe she's also not very capable of certain things. And this king here is someone who has some kind of authority. And if it's not in a job, then it's in some kind of family system, or it's just due to his age or her age, that they're a little bit above you or several people. And they are supposed to be a good role model. They are supposed to be mature and responsible and reliable because they have this authority, but they are not. And they are a little bit like this fairy person. Very irresponsible, both of them. And when you try to pull this sword, you will feel it's not working. And there is just something that was just set up. We have the thief here. I feel like this is you wanting to leave these two people, wanting to leave this situation. And also, I don't know, it's like you might feel a little bit, of course, betrayed. It's obvious if someone is setting something up. And I'm not even saying that for all of you, that they are even super conscious of what they are doing. Like, it's just some kind of manipulation tactic to get something from someone, to let someone else do the hard work, and not having to pay them back in some way. And then you might feel like they robbed something from you, they robbed your energy. It's just really a weird thing here. With this mirror, it feels empty somehow. There's no reflection in the mirror. I feel like maybe this is how they once made you feel, these two people. Or if it's more than two, then that's the case. Like you were for a while not able to look into the mirror because you thought you failed this task. Now you will realize that those two failed this task as well, and then they presented this task to you because they couldn't solve it. And then they asked you to do it and watched you failing and then blamed you. Even though they knew they themselves they also couldn't solve this task. And you will realize that maybe this was even a while ago and you felt guilty about that for quite a while. And you felt a little bit like a thief because, I don't know, because you couldn't do your job properly, or you couldn't fulfill your task or what was demanded. And you felt a little bit, like you are sneaking away because you just can't do it. But actually it will come out that this was all set up. And those are the ones who should feel guilty. So there's this self-realization, or just this realization in general. I also created the mirror card as a tool for spying. Because, you can look into the mirror, but you can pretend to look at yourself in the mirror, but actually you're looking at something that is behind you. You can look around the corner a little bit with a mirror, or maybe even into other areas. The mirror also, when you drive a car, you have mirrors everywhere because we only have eyes in the front of our head. So the mirrors help us see different angles. So it's a metaphor for this as well. We have the river and at the bottom of the deck. It could even be that these two people made you travel to fulfill this task. Maybe, there's something about a long distance. If it's not a literal physical distance, it could be, just that, there was so much effort in trying to fulfill this. And now it feels like it's all wasted somehow. It's like they just knew it couldn't be solved. They just wanted to find some kind of scapegoat. Really terrible, actually. So this is just what the river might represent, this kind of distance, this kind of, traveling somewhere. It feels very exhausting. We have the goblin here. That's obvious in my deck. The goblin is something like the devil. We have the mermaid. The mermaid could be this fairy person as well. Could be the same person. Trying to seduce you, lure you with this jewel. But when you follow her, there's only poison there to find. Like this person, is false. We have a lot of water here in the mermaid and the river card. The water is always a good sign because it's also cleansing and healing. And below the poison we have the healer, which is a very good sign. So there's healing coming towards this. Often it is like as soon as we realize something, especially if it's true that the situation made you feel guilty and now you will realize that it was always supposed to be this way. Those two people, they planned it somehow. Realizing this could relieve you from all your guilt, and it will be so healing. The healer could also be a literal person around you that will help you to heal from something. And we have Lady Luck here, so there's a lot of good stuff coming in for you that you probably deserve a lot, especially after this situation. So those were your secret oracle messages here. I'm going to pull some health and lifestyle cards for you. And as I always say, don't take them literally. They are the fun part, and you cannot rely on a tarot reading, especially also for your physical health here. So we have the protein card. Maybe this is something that you might need at the moment. We have apple. We can take it literally either as eating apples, very healthy, but also the apple is a metaphor just for health in general. So maybe there will be an improvement of your health during this time, or it is a reminder that maybe you just, have to take care a little bit more of your physical health. Sometimes if we're drained by people around us, it's hard. Then we start to eat weird garbage stuff and not move around. People handle stress differently. Some people eat very unhealthy. Some people, don't move around a lot. Some people even start to drink. I don't know. There's just something with this apple that is telling us that this might improve during this time. We have art as well. Art might be helpful for you, or I want to combine it with the fortune card, Lady Fortuna. Could be that something very abundant regarding art is coming into your life, or that you will discover art for yourself. Then we have alcohol. I was mentioning it earlier with the apple or health card here. Maybe this is something that a few of you had too much of, so maybe you will find the discipline during this time to decrease that. Then we have lemon right below the apple. Very obvious, lemon literally can stand for lemons. Lemons can be very healthy if we don't drink 10 of them each day, but who does that? So also they can just stand for vitamin C, for your immune system, or for the fragrance of lemons. It's just something about lemons that might be helpful for you. And then we have sleep, so make sure you're getting enough rest. Make space for some sleep could also mean that your sleep might improve if you were having problems with that. You just take it as it resonates with your situation. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.